Alright, so we're going to do a pod review today on the pepper. That's right over here, and you probably can't see because the whole plant itself is literally leaning over, and I had to pick all the peppers off it, so that was pretty much the end of that one. But I do have one here that I did pick, and this is the Renkli Aci Pepper. I'm not sure how exactly it's spelled. I think I looked it up on the translator, and it does come out to, I believe it stands for colorful hot pepper, so it'd be Renkli Aci Pepper for Turkish. I believe that's what it is. And so that's it right there. And it's a beautiful little pepper. Nothing special about it really, just typical Turkish wild pepper, I think. This might be considered a wild one in Turkey. So let's turn you around and give that a go. Alright guys, here we are, and we're doing another pod review today. And today we're going to do a pod review on the Renkli Aci Pepper. I'm not exactly sure. I got to double check all the spelling and the pronunciation on it. But I believe it's spelled R-E-N-K-I or something, or K-I-E-A-C-I. And ACI basically means hot in Turkish. And there's a series of ACI peppers that are considered hot peppers in Turkish. It's similar to the way aji is used in South America. So anyway, here it is. That's it right there. Without any further ado, let's give that a bite. Man, I think it's loaded with seeds. Wow, I had to spit that thing out, guys. That thing was way too friggin' tangy. Wow. That was too tangy for me. It was so tangy, it was off-putting. I don't even know if I'm going to offer this pepper on my website. I don't even think I'm going to offer this thing. It was so tangy that I had to spit it out. I didn't spit it out because of the heat or anything. I spit it out because it was like, oh. You know, I could take some tanginess, but that was way too much. Way, way, way too much. I'll try to bite a little bit more off of this. Maybe there's another one up there I could pick. Man, that was just off-putting, guys. Couldn't even really grab a flavor on it. It was just so tangy. It just overwhelmed the whole palate with that flavor, that tangy flavor. It was just very, very strong on the flavor on the palate. Couldn't really grab anything else. Now, as far as the heat goes, it's a mild heat. I mean, I wouldn't consider it anything special. Right now, it's kind of like burning the side of my tongue, a little bit around the lips, a little bit on the tonsils, even though I didn't swallow it. A little bit, I swallowed a little of the juice, but I didn't really swallow any of the pepper, and that still got onto the tonsils a little bit. If I was to give this a number, I'd say between 800 and 1200, probably. That's a sizable amount of heat you can get away with calling a hot pepper. I'd definitely say it's an Aci, accurate for an Aci. But I've had hotter ACIs, much hotter. Now, I'll try to pick another one and see if I can get the flavor out of this thing, because that one was just absolutely awful. And I don't think I want to do another one. Here's one that's a little fresher. I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of them just fell. I don't even know. Peppers are starting to fall on the ground. They're not even ripening. But here it is. Give that one a bite. Hopefully it tastes a little better. Still tangy, guys. Okay, so I was able to get a little bit better of flavor out of that one. That particular pepper tasted a little better. It tastes like, it's hard to say what it tastes like. Maybe partly like maybe a goat's horn pepper, but very tangy version of it. Or something like a, I don't want to say bell pepper because you're going to think bell right away. It doesn't quite taste like a bell pepper. It has a type of sweetness to it, but the tangy part is, if I was to like rate this the way I rate my tomatoes, the sweet part would probably be around a 10%. The tangy part was like 50% of it, maybe even higher, 60%. It was very tangy, very off-putting. It's a very nice plant. It's highly productive, but I don't know what to say. I mean, that tangy flavor was just... Now, is it completely unusable? No, it depends on how you apply it in your cooking. It also depends on what it tastes like when it dries. It might be really awesome as a dry pepper. The only way to know is to actually dry it out and see for yourself. Now, as far as the heat goes, that number definitely just went up. Now you're probably looking at around 2,000 Scovilles on the heat units now. 2,000, maybe a little higher. Heat went way up. It's going up even more. Took a little bit for that second one to kick in, but now it's going up. I'm definitely going to raise that number. I'd say probably around 2,000, 2,200 on a Scoville, somewhere around there. That's about right for that pepper. That's where it should be. The heat is now burning under the tongue a little bit. It's burning up into my gums. It's definitely got the lips a little bit more in the back of the throat. And that's really about it. It was a nice little burn on that thing, but the flavor of that thing, I would say that pepper is probably really good for pickling because you're putting it in vinegar anyway. Once you put them in vinegar, the vinegar is going to become the dominant flavor. So I would say they're great for pickling, and they're small enough to be used for pickling. But as far as like eating them fresh or putting them in a salad, I probably wouldn't necessarily do that. Probably wouldn't recommend you do that, but I don't know. I'll offer it, I guess, on my site. Normally, something like that, I would just... I don't know. I don't even want to put that on there because people buy it and they'll be like, oh, that was the most worst thing I ever ate and blah, blah, blah. Because they don't always watch the video, you know. If they watch the video, you're going to buy seeds. Watch the video. I give you my opinion as to what it tastes like and everything. Watch that before you buy it because it may not be what you think it is. That's why I put the videos in on my website. So you could see my true opinion about what I think it is. You know, and how it tastes, how it's affecting me. The best way I can. So watch the videos first before you buy it. You may or may not like it. But anyway, that's really all I could say about it. I really don't know its history. There's not much information about it at all. Whatever I do scrub from the net, I will put down in the description. You can pick these seeds up at hrseeds.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.